good in the hand. It's supposed to be heavy. It's a man's gun. It's made out of metal.
Doesn't feel very heavy.
Like that combat television.
Your SIG 320s and your other, chassis system guns. Well, this isn't a chassis system as much as it's a frame with a grip and then your slide and barrel. So it's almost like it's three major components. So you actually have a screw in the front of your trigger guard, a screw by your grip on each side. So you have 4 screws total, just like a 2011. You unscrew that, this will slide off. Now you can turn your compact into a full size. You have a 17 round mag or a 15 round mag capacity. They use a CZ75 magazine, so it's very compatible with what you got out there on the market already. Your mag catch can be swapped left or right-handed. Just a simple set screw. You back it out, flip it around, put it back in. Right, nice and easy. What else is also really cool about taking this grip off is that you have 3 different grip angles you can run. You can run a Glock style grip angle at 21 degrees. You can run an 18-degree grip angle, just like a CZ or a 1911. And then you can also run a 19.5-degree grip angle, which will give you something in between the two if you don't like either of the other ones. To go along with that, you can also remove this one pin on the bottom here, put the hammer down. So this pin will drive out just like your 1911s. You have a hammer spring housing here. Everything is contained. You don't have to worry about chasing your spring around. You have a set screw here and a set screw here on each side. You can take off this bottom plate. You can bolt on a flared mag well. You can also remove this center piece with one single pin, and you can put on a lanyard loop if that's what you want to run. And while doing all that, your hammer spring stays put. You don't have to play around with that at all. So now moving on to the grip. If you push down on your back strap and you slide that off, it clearly marks what degree angle your frame is. You can swap out these back straps for different sizes. You can push down on the beaver tail and slide your beaver tail out. Now you can swap your beaver tail out for a shorter beaver tail. You can swap your hammer out for a short hammer. You can also take your grip scales off. You can swap out any of these pieces to really customize this grip, make it your own, make sure your shooting style is being enhanced by the gun and not being restricted by the gun. Slide it all back together, just as easy it was to take it apart. Line everything up, put your pin back in. Now you're probably thinking, oh hey, we're done now. No, we are not. So you can, comes with a decocker, right? So you got your decocker on there from the factory. You'll have the option to run a manual thumb safety that is also ambidextrous. It's on both sides. So you'll have that. It'll still be double single. Now you move a little bit farther forward. You also have a removable thumb rest on here. So a lot of guys like on competition running those big old gas pedals. You're going to be able to get a gas pedal for this guy that'll let you really drive down the gun and get a lot of control over how you're shooting.
Will the gas pedal be made by Kriss?
Yes, we have a couple samples that we've got 3D printed over there. That'll be something we'll be working on rolling out as we get closer to production. On the front here, you have a removable bottom rail. So if you want to run it without a rail, you can run it without a rail. But on a full-size gun, your slide's going to stick out a little bit longer than your frame because this is the exact same frame for the compact or the full-size. So you can bolt on a frame extension onto the front. So you can extend your frame all the way out to the end of your slide, just like on the compact. And then you can remove your lower rail and you can bolt on a longer lower rail to match up with your full-size slide and barrel. So that's the big main features with the frame. On the slide here, we worked with Agency. We have their patent system that we're using.
The AOS system?
Yep. So you can put on any of the 5 major cuts for red dots. You have the option for running your red dot, your iron sight in front, your iron sight behind it. You have a Glock style dovetail, so it's going to be really easy for us to pick up and work with aftermarket sight companies to get sights made for it. The front sight is just like our Sphinx that we used to run. It's a single set screw and a small dovetail to hold that guy in, so it's easy to do a sight job, swapping things in and out. So really the whole gun is very versatile, and right now the sky's the limit with the aftermarket parts that we could come out with or other companies could come out with for compatibility with this gun. That's it. That's everything I got. So that's the Kriss Kymera modular handgun.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.